I was wheeling with the boom in the back. The trouble was never, I like it like that. I was rolling.
All right, what up, guys? It's Donovan. Let's get straight into it. I got 5 reasons why I think natural talent is straight up BS. Not gonna waste your time. Let's get straight into it. Okay? First reason I got is it makes you think that you can't do something. Now, when I say that, I mean when I was growing up, okay, when I first started skateboarding, I skated 2 years before I learned how to BMX, okay? And what I used to hear all the time when somebody on TV would do the sport was, oh, that's just a natural talent, or oh man, they must have some crazy gift because they know how to do that. Get out of here, man. You know how discouraging it is as a young kid to hear someone say, oh, that's a natural talent. It almost implies as like, oh, they were just born and they just automatically know how to do that, and that means you can't do it. That used to irritate me so much, and seriously, there's so much stuff I didn't do when I was younger because I used to just think, like, you got to have a natural talent. Now, let me clarify before I get a little bit further into this. When I say that natural talent is BS, I mean that in a sense of everybody can do something that they put their mind to. Yeah, it sounds like one of those, whatever, that's something that you always hear in some corny storybook. But I'm going to tell you straight up here in 2022 in Donovan terms that this is 100% true, that you can do what you want to do. Like, I mean, for me to it took a lot for me to really crack that stupid way of thinking, okay? And when someone says that, and it really does make you think that you can't do something. Now, that may just be me, but I hear it so much. There's got to be somebody else out there that feels like that when somebody tells you that after you see something amazing or something really cool that's done. Second reason I have is if you are doing a sport already and you see someone else do it and they say, oh yeah, it's natural talent, whatever, then it makes you less likely to try harder. So say you're at the skate park, right? And you don't know how to do anything. You just got your first bike, you're jumping on it for the first time, you go to the skate park the first time. You see somebody that's been biking for like 10 years do like a 360, okay? And then your buddy next to you or your mom or your dad or your grandma or somebody sees that person do that over there. Oh man, they have such natural talent. And then you're sitting there with your bike with no skill at all, and you've barely started, and you don't really know much of even how to control the bike at all. That's discouraging because you may have really had so much motivation, or I'm going to try harder and this and that. And then when someone says that's natural talent, it just implies that like there's absolutely nothing you can do to get on their level. And I really have a problem with that. It gets under my skin. It makes me angry when people say that. So yeah, the second reason was it makes you less likely to try harder. My third reason is it's most often said by people that haven't practiced or gave a real effort towards that thing. So when I say that it's usually somebody that has nothing to do with whatever talent that was, like whether that's somebody juggling, solving a Rubik's Cube, or in our sense riding a bike or even riding a skateboard. When someone says that's natural talent, what I think is like somebody sitting behind some TV and, they got their bag of chips, a nice cold can of soda, and they see somebody do, an amazing thing. Oh yeah, that's just natural talent. Man, get out of here. There ain't no natural talent. You think it's natural talent because you didn't get up and even try it for half a second. You know what I'm saying? It's always by people that they don't try. It's always by people that, they just don't try. Or have even given it an effort. You know what I mean? It's like, what I'm saying here for this reason is it's almost like an NPC is saying it or something, where it's like just some person on the sidelines that really just hasn't even given any sort of effort at all. They're going to sit there and tell you that it's natural talent. Well, how do you know if it's natural talent if you've never actually gave it a few months, a few weeks, even a couple hours to really sit there, hone in, and try to learn that thing? So don't say it's natural talent, because it's almost an insult to the person that knows how to do it, I feel like. Because if you're just going to tell them it's natural talent, and you're basically just putting in the garbage can how many hours and weeks and months and years it could have taken that person to learn that thing or get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Fourth reason, it's an easy way out. When I say it's an easy way out, I mean, to someone, it could be somebody that maybe they don't feel that they can do it themselves, or maybe they don't have enough willpower to sit there and try and figure it out. So the easy way of not learning how to do it is just to say, oh, that's a natural talent, and then they can just quit and give up forever because they think that they can't do it because it's just natural talent, and you can't do it unless you're just born with it and you know how to do it. Okay? That's pretty much it with that one. I mean, there's not really more to explain with that. It's just, you know, it's a cop out, really, is what I'm trying to say. It's the easy way to say it. Like, oh yeah, that's just a natural talent, as if you can't get off your ass and try that and put in the effort and put in the hours to do it yourself. My fifth and final reason is it lowers self-confidence. May not be for everybody, but for me personally, that was definitely the case. Like I said, I used to skate a couple years before I started BMX, and I would 100% agree when I say I think that it lowers self-confidence. Why? Because as soon as somebody says it's a natural talent, like, honestly, all of these reasons kind of tie into the same thing at the end of the day, but it's just like, I think it specifically lowers self-confidence because it's almost like this kind of ties in with the second reason. So the second and fifth reason are kind of the same, but like I said, it makes you less likely to try harder because it lowers self-confidence. So like those two kind of go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Because like you come in, you're ready to do something, this and that, and then somebody says, "Oh yeah, it's just natural talent." It good God, it just downplays, like, I mean, I don't know how many more times I can say it. It just really downplays the effort and time that somebody takes and puts in to learn something. And even just recently, I learned this to be true because all my life growing up through school, I used to see these little cube things with a bunch of colors on it. They're called Rubik's Cubes. I'm sure most of you have probably seen one of these things. If you didn't, look one up. It's basically a cube that has a bunch of different colors on each side. You scramble it up because it can move in all kinds of different directions. And once it's scrambled up, you have to figure out how to put it back together. Now, this isn't something that you could figure out overnight. For years, I didn't understand how to do it, and I always used to hear people say, like, oh, that's just natural talent, or I used to watch the celebrities do it, and when the celebrities would do it, you know, people close to me or whatever, they would say, oh, that's just natural talent, that's why they know how to do that. And when I would pick one up, I would get so discouraged because I just thought, well, since looking at it once, and I don't know how to do it, that automatically means I don't have the natural talent. Therefore, there's no way I can get it because I wasn't born with the natural talent to do such thing. I recently proved that to be 100% false because I sat there, learned all these different algorithms and different ways to move it. I sat there for like a week straight, bringing that cube everywhere I went. I brought it to work. I brought it on the train. I brought it on the bus. I had it in my car. I would sit there and mess with it at stoplights, at friends' houses. I would just always have the cube with me, and I would have all these algorithms and stuff written down. And it's just like, yeah, that's a lot of work, probably something the average person wouldn't do. But after about a week, You can scramble that thing up any kind of way, and I guarantee you I can put it back together in about 2 minutes. Why? Because I sat there and actually learned. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, something just cut off somewhere. But either way, long story short, what I was saying was I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube in about a week. No matter how you scramble that thing up, I can put it back together. And if only I knew sooner that I could actually do that thing, man, like, would my life be different? Because I know that you can literally do whatever you want to do if you sit there and put in the hours, put in the work, and actually try to learn it. Is it because of natural talent? Maybe like 2% of it. Like, you might know how to lift up some, like say you want to do a bunny hop. One person might understand how to lift it up a little bit better than the next, but it doesn't matter, because if you put in that work, either way, like, whether you have natural talent or not, I don't care how good your natural talent is, you're gonna still have to sit there and put in the hours and put in all the effort to really hone in and do that thing the best way that you possibly can do it. So for all my people and all my subscribers sitting out there, you know, you're a super beginner, you don't know how to do anything on the bike, I don't care, man. That's a good thing. Go outside. If you have that passion, you're going to learn it. I'm telling you, like, I put in so many frustrating hours of trying to learn how to do this stuff just for my own personal satisfaction. And if you have that burning drive and you sit there and you go to the skate park every day trying the same trick over and over for hours and hours and hours, you're going to do something. Like, don't let anybody in this world tell you that you can't do something or tell you that it's natural talent. Like, every time I'm in a situation and someone says that's just natural talent, I'm like, no, I don't believe you, because I guarantee you, if I ask them how to do it, what do you do to do that? I want to figure it out. You know, what do I have to do what you do, type of thing. You know, I can do it at my own level. You know, it may not be some crazy, super famous level like some people can do, or you know, that's where they want to take it. They can take it to that level, but for you to just sit there and say that it's natural talent and I can't do that, that's straight up garbage can. Okay, anyway, I know I got into a really like heated ramble with you guys, but like, it's just something that bothers me so much when people say it. I had to get this off my chest. So I hope this video empowers you guys to really keep riding and riding hard and not getting discouraged when you see other people that's better than you and you take that as inspiration. Because, like, seriously, if you see someone doing something better than you, take that as inspiration. Go over there and talk to them if that's what you feel like doing, and ask them, yo, how do you do what you do? You know, what do you do to do that? Take some tips. Actually write it down in your phone. You always got your phone on you. Pull out your notes app and write down what they're telling you to do, and work on that every time you go to the skate park or whatever the situation may be. This literally applies to everything. Like, I applied all this to BMX, but like, the older I'm getting, I'm learning you can apply this stuff to everything else too. Like, have that mentality of, I can do whatever I want to do if I put my mind to it. And I genuinely mean that, okay? I love all you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting up there. I got like almost 130 now. I don't know. Let's bring it up to 200, you know? Get me up there so I can get you guys more videos. Anyways, love you guys. Hopefully this wasn't too long for some of your attention spans. And, you know, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever time it may be. Now get out there, handle some business, and let's get started. Donovan out. Peace.